Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining me for yoga this morning. It's a beautiful day here in Mauritius. The birds are singing, and we're well into our lockdown, getting into the groove. Right, so let's sit on our mats. Let's take a long, deep breath in and breathe out. Another long, deep breath in and breathe out. Okay, we're going to chant Om 3 times, the universal sound of peace. Let's do that together. Breathe in. Om. Slowly and gradually opening your eyes. Okay, we're going to do a breathing technique called Agni Sara, and this massages our internal organs, and it's good for generating heat in the body. So when it's a bit cooler, like early in the morning, or if you're in a cold climate, and what we do is we hold onto our knees and we breathe in, we sit up tall, and as we breathe out, we exhale from the mouth completely. And then we tuck our chin in and we come up without any air inside of us. And then we massage our stomach in and out, like this. Until you can't handle not having any air anymore. And then you very gently lift your head up and relax your shoulders. Okay, so we'll do another round. Hold onto your knees. Breathe in, sit up tall. Breathe out. Tuck your chin in and come up without any air. And massage your stomach in and out. This might feel strange if you're not used to it, but it's very good for working your abdomen. And then release your shoulders and gently looking up. So imagining that your stomach's like a washing machine and it's churning everything. And so you want to link it with the breath as well. Holding onto your knees, we'll do third and final round. Breathe in, sit up tall. Breathe out. Tuck your chin in. Coming up without any air. And release your shoulders, looking up. Very good for any digestive issues. And just taking a normal breath in and out. And we'll move on to the Kapalabhati. So this is the short, sharp pumping breath from the stomach. And the emphasis is on the out breath. So just thinking out, out, out. And we'll do 3 rounds, and we're going to hold on to our knees, breathing in. And return to normal breath. So you might want to blow your nose. This is really good for opening up the sinuses. So I'll just come a bit closer. You can hear what's happening with my breathing. And you can also place your hand on your stomach if you need to, so that you can feel what's happening. So even though you're not thinking about the in-breath, it happens naturally, you are just emphasizing out, out, out. and it's quite a forceful breath. So breathe in. And relax, return to normal breath. So you might already start to feel the effects of increasing this prana in our body. So this prana, this is the subtle life force energy that we get. We get this from the breath, we get it from our sleep, and we get it from the food that we eat. So it's wonderful to pay attention to this breath. Okay, so third and final round of Kapalabhati. Take a normal breath in to begin. And relax, return to normal breath. Close your eyes and just become aware of the sensation in your body. Gigi, can you turn the pump? Quite loud. Okay, so third and final breathing technique, we'll do the Bhastrika. Another very potent energizer. So this is wonderful to do in the morning. You can replace your cup of coffee or your cigarettes with the Bhastrika. Garth is going to turn the fountain off at the back. We'll just see if the sound is better without it. I haven't got a microphone yet, so trying to get my voice across to you this morning. Okay, so Bhastrika, you're coming onto your knees and we breathe in, throwing our arms into the sky. And as we breathe out, we're bringing our arms down. It's a forceful breath. You want to gently tap the sides of your chest so that you expel any stale air. So let's place our hands in a loose fist by our shoulders. We'll take a long deep breath in and breathe out. Another long deep breath in and breathe out. Smile on your face. Together. In 1, in 2. And release. If you've done the advanced course, you can apply the locks. Okay, second round. Hands in a loose fist by your shoulders. Take a long deep breath in and breathe out. Another long deep breath in and breathe out. Together, breathe in, out. And release. Apply the locks if you've done the advanced course. If you'd like to do the advanced course, send me a message and I'll tell you how to do that. So again, bringing your awareness to this prana, this beautiful life force energy that we get through our breath. If you need to release pressure off your heels, just leaning forward and rotating your ankles. So you can do Bastrika sitting, cross-legged, or even on a chair. Just make sure that you're comfortable and your spine is erect. So third and final round, hands in a loose fist by your shoulders. And take a long deep breath in. And breathe out. Another long deep breath in. And breathe out. And together, breathe in, 1, in, 2, in, 3. And release. Return to normal breath, sit comfortably and just take your awareness to your breath. So remember that 90% of toxins are released through the breath and we only use about 30% of our lung capacity. So learning these breathing techniques is really, really good for your health and your well-being. So even though the discipline is required in the morning to get on the mat, the benefits of these practices will take you through the whole day. So well done for being here today. You can pat yourself on the back. Okay, so we're going to move on to the postures now, the sitting warm-ups. And we'll start with the pendulum. So holding onto your knees, we're just going to gently rock from left to right. And just warming up the spine. So just do what feels comfortable for you and just remember that yoga is non-competitive and should never cause you any pain or discomfort. So if you're feeling any pain, just come out the posture or change it to suit your body. And do try and stay to the end today. It's a very special day for me and Garth. It's our 17-year anniversary. And Garth is going to read you something very special from our wedding vows that we'd like to share with you. So we'll do that at 8:30. Coming back to the center. And we're going to do a neck rotation. If you're comfortable doing a full neck circle, you can do that. And I'll just show you the easier level that's not so hard on the neck. We breathe in, sit up tall. And breathe out, bring your chin to your chest. And feel that stretch all the way up the back. Breathing back to center. And then breathe out, take your head all the way back. And back to center. And then take your right ear to your right shoulder. Keeping your shoulders relaxed. So don't bring your shoulder up to meet your head. Drop your ear to your shoulder. Feel the stretch along the opposite side. And back to center. And then take your left ear to your left shoulder. Again, feeling the stretch. And back to the center. Okay, if you're doing neck circles, go the other direction. We'll do another round. Bring your chin to your chest. And back to center. Take your head all the way back. And back to center. And your ear to your shoulder. And back to center. And the other ear to your other shoulder. And back to center. Okay, we'll do a very gentle spinal twist here. Taking your left hand onto your right knee. Take your right arm up and behind you and look over your right shoulder. Release back to the center, and taking your right hand onto the left knee, take your left arm up and behind you and look over your left shoulder. And releasing back to the center. Okay, we'll do some body rotations. So coming forward, and we're going to make circles as if you were the hand on a clock. Big circles. Actually, if I need to move forward, let's do this now. Okay. And then once you get to the center, we'll go in the other direction. So we're warming up the base of our spine. There's a lot of energy stored at the base of our spine. Okay, and after this we're going into the standing warm-ups, a little bit of music. So do your last circle, coming to the center and then rolling up one vertebra at a time with your head coming up last. So we're going to come to our feet. You can either use your hands to support you, but if you can come to a standing position by placing your hands into prayer, just lean forward and coming up to a standing position. Okay, so we're going to gently walk it out. And get those knees up as high as you can. Going to warm up the body. Get our heart rate up a little bit. Smile. So you can either keep walking. If you've got a little bit more energy inside of you, we're going to take it up to a little jog. Let's see what feels good for you today. Get those knees up. My little side kick. Okay, let's kick our bottom. In front of you. Just starting to feel a bit loose, a bit more relaxed. You're also welcome to play any music that you like in your room. Ready for twisting? your knees up high between your hands. Get a little bit of cardio. Get the blood flowing in the morning. I hope you're smiling. Okay, we're going to stand on one side of our mat. You can take a gentle step to the other side and just do a level one sideways step, or come down to the ground and come all the way down. You just see what feels good for you. Bend those knees, try and touch the ground. Last one. All right, well done. Okay, standing tall, hands by your side, just get your breath back. Okay, we're going to move into sun salutes. So the sun salute is a beautiful series of 12 postures, and it uses every muscle in our body. It's a great practice. And if you've only got a few minutes in the morning, you do a sun salute. So we start with our hands in prayer at the front of our mat. And we take a long deep breath in and we stretch up and back. And breathing out, bend forward. And then take your right foot back. And hold it there. If you need to, you can bring your knee onto the floor. Start with a nice lazy one, and then take your left foot back into plank. So hold it in plank. If you need to, bring your knees to the floor. For those who've done a lot of sun salutes before, you can do a push up here, and you can come straight down into cobra from here. For the beginners, if it's your first time, you can bring your knees to the floor, sit back on your heels, and then come into the mat, dive forward into cobra. So it's like you're diving into a swimming pool. Your chest first into the mat, and your elbows are tucked in on the side, and hold it there. Keep breathing. And then curl your toes under. We'll push into downward dog. Take a few breaths here. And then take your right foot forward between your hands. If you need to support your leg and pull it forward, do that. And if you need to put your left leg on the floor, that's also fine. So Shishu Yoga caters for all different levels, so just find what feels good for you today. And then we'll bring the left foot forward. Take our arms up into prayer. Okay, so we've done the right side. And now we'll move on to the left side. Take a long deep breath in. Stretch your arms up and back. And breathe out, bend forward. Take your left leg back. You can bring the knee onto the floor if you need to. Hold it there. Runner's pose. Ready, steady, go. And then right foot back into plank. Hold it there. If it's too difficult, bring your knees to the floor. If you're feeling up for it, do a push up here. And then we'll come into cobra. So for the more advanced, come straight down into cobra. or bring your knees to the floor, sit on your heels and dive forward into the mat. Coming up with your chest, tuck your elbows in. Smile. Curl your toes under and push into downward dog for 5 breaths. You want to make sure that your hands and your feet are the same distance apart and parallel to each other, like you're on a railroad track. And just let your head hang loosely like an apple on a tree. I'm looking forward. Bring your left foot forward. Hold it there. You can bring your knee to the floor if you need to. Try and keep it straight. And right foot forward. Arms up. And into prayer. Okay, so we'll do it a bit faster now. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Breathe out, bend forward. Take your right leg back and your left leg back. Down into cobra, downward dog. Right leg forward, left leg forward, arms up, and into prayer. Breathe in, stretch up and back. Breathe out, bend forward. Left leg back, right leg back. Down into cobra. Downward dog. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Arms up. And into prayer. Okay, breathe in, up and back. Breathe out, bend forward. Right leg back. Left leg back. Do an extra push-up. Down into cobra. Downward dog. Right leg forward. And left leg forward. Arms up. And into prayer. Left side, breathe in, up and back. Breathe out and forward. Left leg back. Right leg back. Push up. Down into cobra. Downward dog. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Arms up. And into prayer. Okay, last one. Breathe in, up and back. Breathe out, bend forward. Right leg. Left leg. Push up. Cobra. Down dog. Right leg. Left leg. Arms up. Into prayer. Arms up. Breathe out, bend forward. Left leg back. Right leg back. Optional push-up. Cobra. Downward dog. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Arms up. And into prayer. Okay, well done. Just standing still. Be fully present in the body. And just be aware of the mind. Where is your mind? Are you switching between the past and the future? Or are you here right now, in this present moment? The past can bring a lot of regret and sadness. And the future can hold a lot of anxiety for us. So with practice, just bringing our mind into this moment. This is where the gift is, the cadeau. Okay, let's move into some warrior poses. Taking your right foot to the front of your mat and your left foot at a 90-degree angle at the back. We're going to breathe in, stretch your arms out to the side, and as you breathe out, come down as far as you can, looking down your right arm. So your aim is to try and rest a teacup on your thigh. So how this looks. Feel like you're being pulled from either side. So make sure that your knee is not going beyond your ankle. If it is, you need to come out slightly or take your feet further apart. And just remembering Sthiram Sukham Asanam. That's steady and enjoyable. Each posture should feel steady. You should enjoy it. And coming up and release. Okay, we'll turn to the other side. So left foot faces the front of your mat. Right foot at a 90-degree angle. Then to breathe in, stretch the arms up. And breathe out, coming down as far as you can. Looking down your left hand. And just feel like you're being pulled from either side. Like a jelly baby. And just a gentle awareness of trying to take your left knee out to the left slightly, opening up that inner thigh. Watch the back arm isn't drooping, keeping it parallel to the ground. And release coming up. Bring your arms down. Okay, so we're going to do a gentle spinal twist here, Kati Chakrasana. So standing with your feet firmly on the ground. We're going to breathe in and lift our arms out in front of us and hold on to an imaginary ball. In fact, I think we've got some balls there. And hold on to a ball, breathe in, and as you breathe out, turn to the right. And then breathe in again. And as you breathe out, look over your right shoulder. And keep your feet firmly on the ground. And you're twisting from the knees, the hips, your lower back, all the way to your neck. Back to the front. Keep your arms up here. And breathe out. Twist your hands to the other side. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Look over your left shoulder this time. With every breath, trying to twist a little bit deeper into the posture. Back to your hands, bringing your hands back to the front, and then bringing your arms down. Okay, we're going to just do a few joint rotations. So taking your hands out, rotate your wrists, and the other direction. Let's flick our fingers out. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Venus was so bright in the sky this week. We actually thought it was an airplane for about 10 minutes. We were like, that's an airplane. But it just didn't move and couldn't believe it was a star. Okay, taking your hands onto your shoulders. Breathe in, bring your elbows forward and up. And breathe out, take them back and down. Breathe in, forward and up. Breathe out, back and down. The other direction.
Tell them the real story. You thought it was a star.
Oh, the real story, yes. The real story is I said, wow, it's the first star. It's amazing. Let's make a wish. And God said, it's not a star, that's a plane. I said, okay. And then a few minutes later I said, no, it's not a plane. I'm sure it's a star. No, it's a plane. It's definitely a plane. Okay. And then 10 minutes later I said, I'm sure it's a star. And he looked. He was like, okay, it's a star. It was never wrong. After 17 years of marriage, God should learn that yes, dear, is the best answer.
Any question? Secret to a happy marriage. Yes, dear.
Okay, let's move our hips. Now, 17 years ago, got married in Zimbabwe under a huge big tree out in the African savannah. Other direction. It was really beautiful. I arrived on elephants with my bridesmaids, my sisters. Okay, coming down to your knees. And there were 3 big elephants walking across the savannah, and no one in the crowd knew how we were going to arrive, so it was a nice surprise. They actually walk remarkably slow. We were a good 10 minutes late. Other direction. Garth was wondering if I was going to come. I'd never miss it, ever. Okay, standing up. Balancing on one foot. Rotate your right ankle. And the other direction. And bringing your foot down. Balancing on your right foot. Rotate your other foot. So we have a Shusha Yoga course coming up, an online one, other direction, which is over 5 days. So if you're interested, please message me. And coming down. Okay, we're going to come down to the ground. So coming to the front of your mat, we'll do the chair posture, taking your hands out in front of you. We're going to bend our knees and come down as far as we can. Holding it. So yes, the program, the Shusha Yoga full course is 2.5 hours a day. And it's not all postures. There's some beautiful postures. We go really deep into all these postures. There's a lot of breath work, some meditations, some knowledge on food and emotions and our mind and the different sources of energy. So do join us for the Pioneer online course. Coming all the way to the ground and lying on the back. Okay, so we're just going to hum like a bee. This is the bumblebee breath. So sounds are very soothing on our nervous system. They're very calming. So you want to give your 100% here and just hum as loud as you can so you can feel the vibrations throughout your whole body. So we'll do 3 rounds. Take a deep breath in. so let's work onto our abs now. We're going to do the cycling, taking your hands behind your head and alternate your knee to the opposite elbow and switch and just go at your own rhythm. And release. And we'll move on to sit-ups. So you can do the full sit-up. You ready? If your lower back is a little bit challenging, just bend your knees and you can just gently do a crunch and touch your knees here and slide back down. So just see what feels good for you today. But try and push yourself a little bit beyond your comfort zone, but never into any pain. Last one. And just relax. I don't know if you can hear the birds from here. They're very happy and joyful this morning. We're not aware about corona. No social distancing there. Okay, we're going to bend our right knee and pull it into our chest. And lift your chin up to your knee. And release your head. And release your leg down. Bending your left knee, pull it into your chest. And lift your chin up to meet your knee. I'm not sure if you can hear the piano behind. That's my 10-year-old, Righ. And release. Bending both your knees, pull them into your chest. Bring your chin up to meet your knees. So you're curled up in a tiny little ball, like you're back in your mother's womb, all safe and snug. And release. Okay, we'll move on to the bridge pose, the Setu Bandhasana. So keeping your heels by your buttocks, hands on the ground, palms facing the mat. We're going to breathe in and we're going to lift our thighs up off the sky, up towards the sky. And we're going to tuck our chin in. So if you need to watch, just do that before moving into the posture. You can interlace your fingers underneath your back and gently push up as high as you can. practice your Ujjayi breath here, the ocean sounding breath. With your throat restricted slightly, this allows a lot more oxygen into the body. And corona is something that affects the lungs and the breath, so let's improve our lung capacity. Doing these breathing techniques is really good for us. It will boost our immune system as well. And release your hands and coming down one vertebra at a time. Okay, so we're going to move into the shoulder stand. It's quite an advanced posture, so if you're not used to it, just do another bridge pose here. If you can do shoulder stand, make sure your back is supported and place your hands behind you and bring your feet up to the sky. So inversions are very good for soothing and easing depression. Brings fresh blood flow to the head, moving any stale blood from your feet. And then when you're coming down, make sure you support your back and just come down very gently, one vertebra at a time, with your feet coming down last, no sudden thumps. And then stretch your legs out. And we'll do the counteracting posture, the fish pose, the poisson. Taking your hands underneath your bottom, palms facing the ground, elbows on the floor. You're going to slide forward on your elbows. And then lift your chest up to the sky. And if your neck is strong enough, then look back, drop your head back behind you. And then lift your head up, coming down, release. And just take a mini break here. Just being fully present in your body. Bringing your awareness to the sounds around you. Then we're going to turn onto our side and place your head into your hands and bend the knee that's on the mat. And we're going to raise the opposite leg up and down, up, down. And then we're going to make big circles. And the other direction. And up and down. turning onto the other side now. Lift your right leg up and down. And big circles. Other direction. And up and down. And release. Okay, so we're going to lie on our stomachs now. Bringing your chin onto the mat. Palms facing the sky on the right. And we're going to do the half locust, so lifting your right leg up off the ground. And release. And lift the left leg up. So your hips remain on the floor. And this is really good at working your lower back and your buttocks. Your fingers around your thumb and make a fist with your hands and just place them underneath your groin, and we're going to balance on our hands and lift both our legs up off the ground into the full locust. If this is too intense, just do the half locust again. Release to the ground. Release your hands. Bring your hands by your shoulders. And we're going to push up into the cobra. So make sure that your elbows are tucked into the side of the body. And release, coming down. Taking your arms out in front of you. And let's get ready for Superwoman. So lifting your arms and your legs up off the ground. Make a pillow with your hands and just rest your head to one side with your feet in crocodile pose. Okay, let's push back into downward dog, just to release any pressure in our lower back. and get your heels towards the ground. And then bringing your knees to the mat. And your legs out in front of you. Let's hold on to our big spoon. Just grind some wheat. Try and make your circles as big as you can. And the other direction. And if you're not flexible, that's more reason to do yoga. Yoga is a hospital for inflexible people. That's why I do it. And last one. Okay. Let's do a forward bend. So bringing your feet together, sitting up nice and tall. And then as you breathe out, come down as far forward as you can and holding onto your feet. Try and get your head towards the ground, towards your knees. So it doesn't matter how far forward you reach, whether it's your calves or your knees or your ankles. So long as you're just feeling a nice stretch all up your back, behind your legs. Just surrender. Bringing your full awareness to your breath. And slowly releasing, coming up one vertebra at a time. And we'll end off with the butterfly pose. So bringing your feet together. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's almost 8:30, so if you want to go into a meditation or final relaxation, then after the butterfly you can just disconnect. Take that time for yourself. And congratulate yourself for making this effort today. Well done for being here with us. If you'd like to stay with us, Scott's going to share a little something from our wedding vows. It's our 17-year anniversary today. I've been very blessed to be married to my soulmate. Who brought me onto this path of yoga and meditation. Okay, and releasing. I'm just going to come forward a little bit. Gigi, how's our distance now? So thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks very much. Good yoga session. Thanks, my love. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
These are some of our wedding vows. I'd like to share them with you today. We got them from Conversations with God, a book that we both really love. And we feel that this really captured the spirit of why we were getting married. It is Garth and Heather's understanding that they are not entering into this marriage for reasons of security. That the only real security is not in owning or possessing, nor in being owned nor possessed, not in demanding or expecting, and not even in hoping that what they think they need in life will be supplied by the other, but rather in knowing that everything they need in life, all the love, all the wisdom, all the insight, all the power, all the knowledge, all the understanding, all the nurturing, all the compassion, all the strength resides within themselves. Ourselves, yeah.
Imagine.
And that they are not marrying each other in the hopes of getting these things, but in the hope of giving these things. That the other might have them in greater abundance. And it is Garth and Heather's firm understanding that they are not entering into this marriage as a means of in any way limiting, controlling, hindering, or restricting each other from any true expression and honest celebration of that which is the highest and best within them, including their love of God, their love of life, their love of people, their love of creativity, their love of work, or any aspect of their being which genuinely represents them and brings them joy. And Garth and Heather do not see marriage as producing obligations, but rather as providing opportunities for growth, for full expression, and for lifting their lives to their highest potential, and healing every false thought or small idea they ever had about themselves, and for ultimate reunion with God through the communion of their two souls. That is a truly holy communion.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. So the next session will be next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Mauritius time. And and please sign up for the full Sri Sri Yoga course over five days. Thank you. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.
Sophie's here. Ruth Idra's here. You can wave to them.
Hello.
Sophie said happy anniversary, gorgeous, lovely too.
Thanks, Sophie.
Tony Real. There we go.